Make your way into child's pose. Arms out in front of you and either forehead on the ground or forehead can rest on a block or a bolster. Once you get there, close your eyes. The offering today in our practice, in our breath, and for contemplation is, what would I like to offer in this practice, either to someone outside of myself, to a feeling, an idea, or a concept? And let's dedicate our practice to something else besides ourself. Slide your hands towards you and sit up on your heels. Eyes opened or closed, and begin Ujjayi breath, gently constricting the back of the throat and creating the sound of the ocean with each inhale and exhale. May today, this practice, this breath be an offering. May I share what's inside of myself. Bring your hands down on the ground by your knees, curl your toes under, lift your knees up off the ground, sliding your hands towards you, hips up, head down, standing forward fold at the back of the mat. Keeping your knees as bent as your lower back, your hamstrings are asking for today. Chin into the chest and slowly roll yourself up to stand, feeling each vertebrae stack on top of the next, on top of the next. Variation of prostration namaskaras, either feet hip width or big toes touching. I'll leave that to you. Inhale, circle the arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana, hands in prayer overhead. Exhale, bring that prayer through your heart and bow forward and down, standing forward fold. Inhale, flat back, offer your chest forward, drawing shoulder blades onto the back. And as you exhale, walk your hands out in front of you, bringing your knees and your belly down to the earth. Reach the arms out in front of you, palms facing up, forehead on the ground. Today, I would love to offer this. Slide your hands towards you underneath your shoulders, press your pubic bone into the ground, and inhale, cobra pose. Come up as high or low as it serves your own spine. And then exhale, bring your forehead back down to the ground. Inhale, lift the chest back up, cobra pose. Keep pressing your feet into the earth. Exhale, bow forward and down, forehead to the earth. Inhale, lifting back up, cobra pose. Exhale, plant the palms a little bit more, lift your torso up off the ground, move through bent knees, and reach your hips up to the sky, downward dog. Pressing your palms in the ground, inhale, reach your right leg up to the sky, three-legged downward dog. And exhale, step your right foot forward in between your hands. Come onto your fingertips, and as you inhale, reach your chest forward. And as you exhale, work towards straightening your front leg. Keep your back heel high, a variation of Parsvottanasana pyramid. So you can always do blocks underneath your hands if this ever feels like too much. And then from here, see if you can tilt your sit bones up a little bit higher, and then work your nose towards your shin versus your nose towards your knee, lengthening the spine. Bend back into your front knee, take both your hands the inside of your front foot, and pivot both your feet to the left, walking your hands in between your legs. Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged standing forward fold. Inhale, reach your chest forward, and then as you exhale, bend your elbows and work the crown of the head towards the ground. With all standing forward folds, feel free to bend your knees as much as you need to. Come on to fingertips. Inhale, lengthen your chest forward, and then look towards your left foot and pivot yourself towards the back of your mat. So low lunge towards the back of the mat, fingers on the ground. Inhale right here, and then exhale, work towards straightening your front leg. Keep your back heel high. Inhale, lengthen the spine forward, tilting your booty up, and then exhale, ribs towards thigh, forehead towards shin. Bend back into your left knee, plant your palms, and then step back, downward dog, hands and feet to the ground. Inhale, rippling forward, plank pose, upward push-up position. And exhale, lower yourself all the way down to the ground. Feel free to put your knees down first. Press all 10 toes into the earth and inhale, cobra pose. Lift your chest up off the ground, keeping your belly on the earth. And as you exhale, stay here. Breathe deep into the chest. Next time you exhale, lift your torso up off the ground, move through bent knees, bringing hips towards heels, and then slide your hands towards your knees. Lift your knees up off the ground like we did earlier, and then standing forward fold, hips up, head down. With the knees softly bent, chin into the chest, and slowly roll yourself up to stand. Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, circle the arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana, rooting down through your feet as your fingers go up. Exhale, hinge from the hip crease and bow forward and down, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen your chest forward, and then exhale, walk your hands out in front of you and make your way onto your belly. Full prostration, reach the arms out in front of you, palms facing up. Today I offer this. Slide your palms underneath your shoulders, press your toes into the ground. Inhale, lift the chest up off the earth, cobra pose. Exhale, forehead comes down to the earth. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, forehead comes down towards the ground. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, hips to heels. Curl the toes under, downward dog, straightening the legs. Root down through your right leg. Inhale, reach your left leg up to the sky, three-legged downward dog. And exhale, step it forward in between your hands. Come onto your fingertips. As you inhale, lengthen your chest forward, reach your heart forward. Exhale, work towards straightening your front legs. Scissor the inner thighs towards each other. Stay as you are, keeping your right fingers on the ground. Inhale, reach your left arm up to the sky, rolling your chest open towards the left. You can always put your right hand on a block if this ever feels like too much, or just keep your left knee bent, no problem. Keeping the back heel high, reach all 5 of your left fingertips up towards the sky, breathing to that long line. Left hand comes down to the earth. Take both your hands the inside of your front foot and pivot your hands over towards the right. Pivot both your feet towards the right. Wide-legged standing forward fold like we did earlier, bow in between your legs. If you can, bend your elbows, working top of the head towards the ground. Soften your jaw. Lengthen the spine forward. Look towards your right foot and pivot yourself towards the right, bending into your right knee. Left heel comes up off the ground. Inhale, reach your chest forward. Exhale, work towards straightening your right leg, keeping your fingertips on the ground or on blocks. Left hand stays where it is, and as you inhale, reach your right arm up to the sky. So same twist, opposite side. Again, scissor the inner thighs towards each other and see if you can twist a little bit deeper from your abdomen, reaching the right fingers a little higher up to the sky. Right hand comes down to the earth, bend into your right knee and plant your palm, step back, downward dog. Lift the heels up high, inhale, ripple forward like a wave, plank pose, upward push-up position. And as you exhale, lower yourself all the way down to the ground. Press all 10 toes into the earth and inhale, cobra pose, lift your chest up. Exhale, move through bent knees and make your way towards downward dog, hips up to the sky behind you. And then walk your hands to your feet, walk yourself to the back of your mat. Chin in towards the chest and slowly roll yourself up to stand. Tadasana, mountain pose. Connect to a gaze point out in front of you. Soften the jaw and breathe into what you feel. Inhale, circle the arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, bow forward and down, Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Inhale, flat back, offer your chest forward. Exhale, walk your hands out in front of you. Lie down on your belly. Reach the arms out, full prostration, palms facing up. With this breath, I offer. Palms come underneath the shoulders, press your toes into the ground, and inhale, upward dog or cobra pose. I leave that to you. If you're in upward dog, your knees up off the ground, really press down through your hands, lifting up through your beautiful heart. Next time you exhale, curl the toes under, chaturanga. Inhale, plank pose, upward push up, and then exhale, down dog. If that ever feels like too much, that transition, just ignore me and go right into downward dog. I'll meet you there, okay? As you inhale, reach your right leg up to the sky, three-legged down dog. And exhale, step it forward in between your hands. Come onto your fingertips, and as you inhale, reach your chest forward. And as you exhale, lift your arms up and line your arms up with your ears so you're on a diagonal from your back heel to your fingertips. Keep hugging the inner thighs towards each other. And then as you inhale, come upright with your torso, straighten your front leg and take your arms by your sides. As you exhale, bend into your front knee, take your arms forward, lining your arms up with your ears. Inhale, come upright, straighten your front leg, take your arms by your sides. Exhale, bend into your front knee, bring your torso on a diagonal forward, reach your arms out in front of you, line your arms up with your ears. Hug inner thighs towards each other and keep reaching through all 10 of your fingertips. And now slowly bend your back knee, put your back knee on the ground and come upright with your torso. Keep scissoring the inner thighs towards each other, and now if you can, bend deeper into your front knee as you reach your fingers higher up to the sky. Connect to a gaze point out in front of you. Soften the jaw. In this breath, I offer. Release your hands down by your front foot. Curl your back toes under and straighten your back leg. Keeping your left fingers on the ground. Inhale, reach your right arm up to the sky, opening your chest towards the right. Be light on your bottom hand as you reach your top arm higher up to the sky, and then breathe into your chest. Right hand comes down to the ground. Pivot your left heel towards the right, straightening both your legs, triangle pose. Inhale, reach your left arm up to the sky, opening your chest now to the left. You can always put your right hand on a block or keep your right knee bent if you need a little bit more space in your hamstrings. And then wherever you are, again, breathe into your chest, but this time breathe more into the left side than the right one as we open the left side up. Inhale, come upright with your torso, opening your arms into a T shape. And as you exhale, pivot your right foot so it's parallel to your left one. Take your hands behind you by your bum and interlace your fingers together. Shrug your shoulders onto your back. Inhale, lift the chest up. And then as you exhale, hinge from the hips and bow forward and down. Wide-legged standing forward fold with hands interlaced behind us. If you can, bend your elbows and allow your elbows to come forward and down. You'll notice it brings your shoulder blades closer together, which widens the heart opener. And then wherever you are, shift the weight forward so you feel more weight in the balls of the feet. And then tilt your booty up towards the sky, breathing into the back of your legs. Soften the jaw. Deepen the breath. Bring your fingertips down to the ground. Inhale, lengthen into a flat back. And then as you exhale, pivot yourself towards your left foot, bending your left knee. Right heel comes up off the ground. As you inhale, come halfway up, come into a diagonal and reach your arms out in front of you, lining your arms up with your ears like we did on the right side. Keep your back heel high the whole time. Inhale, come upright with your torso, straightening your front leg, arms by the sides. And then as you exhale, bend your front knee, bring your torso halfway down, arms line up with ears. Inhale, come on up, straightening the front leg, arms by the sides. Exhale, bend into your front knee, arms line up with ears. Inhale, straighten the front leg, come upright with your torso, take your time. Exhale, bend into your front knee, torso comes down halfway. Scissor the inner thighs towards each other, stay as you are, and breathe into the strength of your legs and your back body. Slowly lower your back knee, your right knee down to the ground, and then come upright with your torso. You're in a low lunge, arms still line up with the ears, but this time fingertips going up towards the sky. Connect to a gaze point on the ground out in front of you, and then see if you can gently lift your pubic bone to your belly button. Feel how that deepens the quadricep stretch of your back leg. In this moment, I offer release your hands down by your left foot, curl your back toes under, and straighten your back leg. Keeping your right hand on the ground, inhale, reach your left arm up to the sky, opening your chest towards the left wall. Scissor the inner thighs towards each other and see if you can lift your right side of your hip a little bit higher and feel how that deepens the stretch in your outer left hip. Left hand comes down to the ground on the outside of the front foot, triangle pose. Lower your right heel towards the left, and then inhale, reach your right arm up to the sky. And again, blocks underneath left hand is always a great option. As you open your chest towards the right, feel your left ribs roll to the right and up towards the sky, deepening this twist. Inhale, come upright with your torso, arms into a T shape. Exhale, pivot your left foot so it's parallel to your right one. Take your hands behind you, and this time either grab interlaced fingers like we did last time, or bring your hands into prayer, either prayer going towards your bum or up towards the back of the heart. I'll leave that to you. As you inhale, lift the chest up, and then as you exhale, hinge from the hips and slowly come forward and down. Again, working top of the head towards the earth. Whatever variation you're in, like we did last time, work your elbows towards each other, broadening your chest. And if your hands are in prayer, really push your palms in towards each other. Release your hands down to the earth. Plant your palms or come on fingertips. Inhale, reach your chest forward, and then exhale, look towards the right. Walk your hands over to your right foot, and then bending into your right knee, shift the weight back, downward dog, hips up to the sky behind you. Walk your hands to your feet, walk yourself to the back of the mat, and either stay here allowing the arms to dangle, or go ahead and grab ragdoll, grab opposite elbows with both elbows bent. Feel the elbows get heavier towards the ground, lengthening the side waist. Release the hands, chin in towards the chest with bent knees. Roll yourself up to stand, Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, circle the arms overhead, Urdhva. Exhale, bow forward and down, Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back, offer the heart forward. Exhale, walk your hands out in front of you. And make your way onto your belly, putting knees and belly down to the ground, arms out, palms facing up. In this breath, I offer slide your palms underneath your shoulders, press all 10 toes into the ground, and inhale, upward dog or cobra. I leave that to you. Wherever you are, reach your chest forward and up, broadening the chest. Curl the toes under. Next time you exhale, chaturanga. Feel free to put your knees on the ground. Inhale, plank pose, lift yourself up, and then exhale, down dog, hips up to the sky behind you. Inhale, reach your right leg up to the sky, three-legged down dog. Exhale, step it forward in between your hands. Come onto your fingertips, and as you inhale, reach your torso up halfway. So again, we're coming on that diagonal. Line your arms up to your ears. And now shift the weight forward, bending into your front knee, warrior 3. Lift your left foot up off the ground, bring your torso forward, and then take your arms into airplane wings, so out by your sides or towards your back foot. Sparkle out your top toes like you got caught in between every single one of them. And then next time you exhale, bend into your front knee and step back, lunge pose, torso on that diagonal again. It's our little theme today. And then as you inhale, come back, warrior 3, shift the weight forward, take your arms into airplane wings, splay those toes out wide. And exhale, bend into your front knee, and then you're going to come into warrior 2. So as you slide your left foot back, lower your left heel to the right, and then open your arms into a T shape. Na-na-na. Splay your fingers out wide and relax the shoulders. Allow yourself to land after that. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Slide your left hand down your left thigh. Reach your right fingertips up and towards the back of your own mat, stretching the right side waist. If you can, bend a little bit deeper into your front knee and roll your right thigh out to the right a little bit more. You'll notice that'll deepen the inner thigh opener. And then come upright with your torso straight in your front leg, triangle pose. Right hand to a shin, a block of the earth, left arm up to the sky. And then like we talked about on the other side, roll your bottom ribs, which are your right ribs this time, towards the left and up. Stay as you are, or top arm over top ear towards the front of the room. Either stay here or lift your bottom hand to meet your top one like you got a big old beach ball in between your palms. And then wherever you are, scissor the inner thighs, gently hug the belly button in and up. Inhale, come upright with your torso, arms overhead. And then as you exhale, pivot your right foot so it's parallel to your left one. Release your arms down by your sides and hold on to your outer hips. Heel toe your feet in towards each other a couple times, and then take your toes into turnout. Bend your knees out to the sides and just kind of observe as you come down with your pelvis. Keep your knees directly over your ankles. So you might need to heel toe your feet further, closer together accordingly with your own body. From here, put your hands on your thighs and straighten your arms, lifting your chest up. Feel free to stay here, or if you want to deepen the stretch in the inner thighs, go ahead and put your forearms down on your thighs and bring your torso forward and down. Keep rolling your knees out towards the sides. Again, it deepens the inner thigh opener. And then soften the jaw, connect to a gaze point, and breathe deep. In this breath, I offer. Fingertips come down to the ground, straighten your legs, heel toe your feet further away from each other, and then as you exhale, bow forward and down. I'm going to come into tripod headstand. If you've never done this before, just watch me. Palms come down to the earth, creating a 90-degree angle in the elbows, and then hug the elbows in towards each other. Shift the weight forward so you lift your heels up off the ground, and then lift your feet up off the ground. Bring your legs to touch each other. Sirsasana B, tripod headstand. If you're dealing with any shoulder, neck stuff, please don't do this. Just stay in a standing forward fold. No problem. My friends who are upside down, slowly make your way right side up. So open your legs out to the sides and then bring your feet down to the earth. Inhale, we'll all lengthen the spine forward, and then exhale, look towards your left foot, pivot yourself over towards your left foot. Bend into your left knee, hands on either side of the left foot, and then as you lift your back heel, lift your torso up and line your arms up with your ears like we did on the other side. So we're back in that fun diagonal from back heel to fingertips. And now as you inhale, shift the weight forward, warrior 3, lift your back foot up off the ground, take your arms into airplane wings. Keep lowering the outer right hip down towards the ground. Lift the inner thigh up towards the sky. And then next time you exhale, as slow as you can, bend into your front knee and come back into that lunge pose. Sweet diagonal, torso forward, arms line up with ears. Scissor the inner thighs towards each other. Next time you inhale, come on up, warrior 3. Shifting the weight forward, lift your back foot up off the ground. Splay your toes out wide. Bend back into your front knee, come back into that fun little lunge on a diagonal. Shift the weight forward again, lift the back leg up, warrior 3, arms out into airplane wings. Bend into your front knee, and now come on in, warrior 2. So as you slide your right foot back, lower your right heel towards the left, open your arms into a T shape, gazing over your left fingertips. Peaceful warrior, slide your right hand down your right thigh, reach your left fingertips up towards the sky and sweetly towards the back of your own mat, stretching the left side waist. And slowly come upright with your torso, straightening your front leg, triangle pose. Reach your left fingers forward and down, left hand to a shin, a block of the earth, right arm up to the sky. Scissor the inner thighs towards each other and feel how that engages the pelvic floor. And then either stay here or take your top arm over your top ear towards the front of the room, palm faces down. Lift your bottom arm to meet your top one like you got a beach ball in between your hands, or you can always just keep the left hand down on the ground, no problem. Wherever you are, splay your fingers out wide, and then next time you inhale, come upright with your torso. Pivot your left foot so it's parallel to your right one, and as you exhale, take your hands to your outer hips. Heel toe your feet in towards each other twice, goddess stance with your toes and turn out. Put your hands on your thighs, or again, you can rest your forearms on top of your thighs. You'll see how that goes in your own body. But wherever you are, breathe deep into your inner legs. Fingertips come down to the ground, straighten your legs, heel toe your feet out a little further, and then pigeon toe your feet. So big toes just slightly in towards each other. If you're going to come with me, we're going to come into Sirsasana B again, tripod headstand, palms down to the earth, hug your elbows in towards each other, and then put the top of the head to the ground. If you're going to come with me, shift the weight into the big toes of your feet. So that means lift your heels up off the ground and then lift your feet up off the ground and bring your inner thighs to touch. Again, there's never any pressure to go upside down. Please honor your own necks. It took me 7 years to get here, so you don't have to get here today. So feel free to just stay in the standing forward fold or feel free to just watch. Wherever you are, breathe deep. My friends who are upside down, let's come right side up, open your legs out to the sides, and slowly bring your feet back down to the ground. With palms on the earth, inhale, lengthen your spine forward, lifting the head up. And walk your hands over towards your right foot, bend into your right knee, pivot your back heel up off the ground. Lower your back knee, your left knee down to the earth, and then step your right knee to meet your left knee so you're on hands and knees. With toes curled under, sit back on your heels. You can always sit on a block or a bolster instead. Connect to a gaze point out in front of you with hands on thighs. Come back to the mantra. Today I offer. And then slowly come forward onto hands and knees. Take your knees a little further out behind you and lie down on your belly. Prop yourself onto your forearms. Get your elbows directly underneath your shoulders and then splay your fingers out wide, lifting your chest. We're going to take a quadricep opener here. It doesn't serve everyone's needs, so if it doesn't work for you, lizard pose is a great alternative. If you're going to come with me, take your left hand to your right wrist and then bend your right knee. This is half frog pose. Grab a hold of your right foot with your right hand and then draw your right foot out towards the right and down. Keep hugging your right knee in towards the center line and then press your left forearm down, lift your chest up. Pubic bone presses into the ground and then really activate your right hamstrings. Imagine that you're kicking your right foot into your right hand like you're trying to straighten your leg. And you'll notice that'll activate the hamstrings and deepen the quadricep stretch. So again, if this doesn't work for your knees because it's not for everyone, you can always come into a lunge pose with your right foot out to the right, both hands on the inside the front leg, back knee on the ground, and then stay upright or lower forearms to the ground or to a block. And that's lizard pose. Great alternative, so you would just stay there and then switch sides when we switch sides. And then slowly release. Right foot comes down, right palm meets left one, and then take your left palm out to the left. Right hand goes to left wrist, left knee bends, reach around and grab a hold of your left foot with your left hand. Keep hugging your knees just gently in towards the center line, and with your left foot out to the left, press the top of the left foot down. Breathing into your left quadriceps. Keep pressing your pubic bone down to the ground, lengthening the lower back, and then again, kick left foot into left hand. Right forearm presses down, chest lifts up. And slowly release. Take your elbows out to the side, one palm on top of the other, forehead rests. Close your eyes and just quite simply breathe into the front of your pelvis. In this breath I offer. Take your palms underneath your shoulders, lift your torso up, and come stand up on your knees for Ustrasana Camel Pose. Take your hands to your lower back, fingers face up or down, and then just gently lift pubic bone towards belly button, lengthening the lower back, engaging the glutes, and then lift your chest up towards the sky. Feel free to stay here, never pressure to go anywhere. If you're going to come with me, begin to curl the upper spine. So from the mid ribs up, begin to curl up and sweetly back. Keep your neck long, so chin softly towards the chest like you're holding a grapefruit in between your chin and your chest. And then if you want to take this further, bring your hands to your heels, both hands at the same time, please. And then you can either stay as you are in terms of your head, or as long as the neck is feeling a-okay and strong today, then slowly release your head back. Next time you inhale, come upright with your torso, sit back on your heels or sit on a block. Connect to a gaze point, eyes opened or closed. Come stand up on your knees, Ustrasana number 2, toes curled under. Take your hands to your lower back as you inhale, lift the chest up. And again, feel free to remain here, no pressure to go anywhere. If you're coming with me, curl up and back from your upper spine, so from your thoracic. If you have the space, bring both hands to both heels. And breathe into your chest again. Inhale, come on upright with your torso, and exhale, tops of feet on the ground, sit back on heels or a block, and enjoy the internal scenery. Opening your eyes and make your way onto your back, knees bent, feet on the ground. Roll by your arms so that your palms are facing in towards each other, your elbows are on the ground, and then press your triceps, your feet into the ground. Inhale, lift your hips up for bridge pose. Take your hands and interlace them underneath you, and as you press your heels down, lift your pelvis up. Gently press the back of the head into the ground and either stay here or for wheel pose, bring your hands by your ears, press your palms down, and then lift your torso, your head up off the ground. Wherever you are, keep rooting your feet down into the ground. And slowly make your way back down onto your back. Feet wide, knees towards each other. Hands relaxed on thighs. Again, eyes opened or closed, and just quite simply breathe into what you feel. In this breath, I offer. Hug your knees in towards your chest, wrap your arms around your legs, give yourself a big old hug, and then slowly roll over to one side and come forward onto hands and knees. Step your right foot forward in between your hands and then walk your right foot over towards the left side of your mat. Take both your hands on the outside of your front foot and then curl your back toes under and straighten both your legs. Feel free to put blocks underneath your hands. You're going to walk your hands towards the right and towards the back of the mat, but keep them quite close to your body so that most of the weight's in your legs. And then envision that you're trying to square the pelvis towards the right side of your mat. And so you should feel quite an intense stretch on your outer right leg, outer right hip. That's what we're trying to access. And then breathe into it. Keep rooting your back heel towards the ground. It may or may not touch. See how it goes. All 10 toes reaching towards the front of your mat. In this breath, I offer. And walk your hands back to center. Bend into both your knees and then quite simply shift sides. Step your left foot forward, step your right foot back. Walk your left foot to the right side of your mat, crisscrossing your legs, and then walk your hands towards the left and towards the back of the mat. So your left foot is further out to the right than your right foot is. Keeping all 10 toes reaching towards the front of your mat, press your back heel down towards the ground. It may or may not touch. Just see how it goes. And then breathe into your outer left leg. Breathe into your outer left thigh. Come on back to center. So bring your hands back to the front of your mat. Bend into your front knee and then step your left foot to meet your right one. Put both your knees down on the ground and sit back on your heels, Vajrasana. Hands on thighs, close your eyes. In this breath, I offer. Come forward onto hands and knees and pigeon pose. You're going to slide your right knee forward, right knee out and over to the right, right foot over to the left, and then slide your left leg out behind you. Walk your hands by your hips and either just stay upright, pressing your hands into the ground or into your front leg, or begin to walk your hands forward and down and bow. This pose doesn't feel great in everyone's knees, so if it doesn't serve your knees, thread the needle is a great alternative, which would be lying on your back, right ankle on top of left thigh, hands interlaced around left leg. So the idea is to feel a stretch in your right glutes without strain in your knee. When you get to your own variation, I'd love you to close your eyes and just begin to deepen your exhales. So let go of the inhales and just work the exhales as deep as comfortably possible. And the reason being is it just tells your body to relax into the stretch. Walk your palms back up, lifting your torso up. Shift over to the right side and then swing your left leg out in front of you and take your left foot to the ground on the outside of your right thigh for a seated spinal twist. You can always straighten your right leg on the ground out in front of you. It just makes it easier for your outer left hip to come down. Left hand comes behind you. Inhale, reach your right arm up to the sky, and then as you exhale, wrap your right arm around your left leg, twisting towards the left. You can stay here or take the right elbow to the outside the left leg, deepening the twist. Inhale, lengthening the spine, and exhale from your belly, you twist. Press your left heel down to the ground and lift your chest a little bit higher. Come on back to center, sweet little counter twist in the opposite direction. Come on back to center, and then cross your ankles over, take your hands out in front of you, come back onto hands and knees, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So pigeon pose, sliding your left knee forward, left foot out and over to the right, slide your right leg out behind you, or lie down on your back, thread the needle. My friends in pigeon, walk your hands by your hips, lift your chest up, or put your hands on your front leg, lifting your chest up a little bit higher. And then next time you exhale, if you came with me on the other side, walk your hands out in front of you and bow forward and down. Once you find your own variation of the hip opener, if you can, close your eyes and deepen your exhales, telling your body again to soften into the stretch. And slowly make your way back up. Shift over to the left side, swing your right leg out in front of you, right foot come to the ground on the outside the left thigh, and again you can always straighten your left leg out in front of you. Right hand behind you, inhale, reach your left arm up, and then as you exhale, wrap the arm around the leg. Inhale, lift the chest up, rooting down through both your sit bones, and then exhale, twist from your belly. With each inhale, you lengthen, and with each exhale, you twist. You did so on the other side. Now take the left arm to the outside the right leg and twist a little bit deeper. Soften the jaw, relax the shoulders, twist as much as you can from the core. Come back to center, sweet counter twist in the opposite direction. Come on back to center, and then bring your soles feet together, knees out to the sides, Baddha Konasana. Grab a hold of your ankles with your hands, and then either stay upright or begin to walk the arms out in front of you and bow forward and down. If you'd like to take this in more restorative variation of the pose, you can grab a block or a bolster and put it underneath your forehead, or put your hands on the bolster or block and rest your head on your hands. In this breath, I offer. Walk your palms back up, take your hands to the outside of your knees, bring your knees together, wrap your arms around your legs, rest your forehead on your knees. A seated variation of child's pose. Lifting your head up, make your way down into Savasana corpse pose. If there's anything else you need before you lie down, always feel free to take it and then come join me as you're ready. Once you lie down, splay your feet, your hands away from each other, close your eyes. And allow your whole body to relax. Take a deep breath in the nose and exhale it out the mouth. Bring one hand to the heart center, the middle of the chest, the other palm on top of that. Deep gratitude to our bodies for this practice, for ourselves for making time. And the offering as you move through the rest of your day is every so often offer your breath, your thought, or feeling to something outside of yourself. Namaste. If you like that video, you'll probably like these. And if you want more videos, go to my membership site. Either way, let's stay connected.